Uh, Hello, everyone. I think it's about 4 a.m. in the United States and in Canada right now. But even in Mexico and Colombia, the participants are not sleeping so that they can listen to the Online Success Academy live. Also, in Russia, many leaders are participating in this online seminar. Whatever the case, I'm very pleased to be able to see all the leaders via online. In some sense, it's even more comfortable joining from home. Some might feel that it's inconvenient. How is it for all of you? As I was preparing for this seminar since last week, and as I saw everyone getting ready today, I reminisced of our times in the past 10 years where we conducted Success Academy and the one-day seminar every Thursday in an offline platform. When we conducted those offline seminars, we grew from one hotel to 2 hotels, and ultimately we grew to 12 hotels and sent out simultaneous broadcasting. Our seminar had grown that big. And we were used to such an offline seminar. However, since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been put in a position where we have really had to change. I did expect the untacked age to happen sooner or later. However, it just came so fast, like a gust of wind. So it's inevitable that we must think how we must transform ourselves to fit this age and this crisis. And we have indeed successfully adapted to the situation. And not just for the seminar, but the company is implementing extended reality, not only in these kinds of seminars, but also in your individual businesses. The company still needs to develop this technology so that all of you will be able to utilize it in your own businesses. We are currently in the process of creating my avatar. I had to stand in front of a 360-degree surround camera system, and after the recording, they will refine the avatar in detail. This project is currently in progress. I already mentioned this last month. You will now be able to have me explain about Atomy's business personally to the consumers. I will be able to appear to them, and this will now be a reality. Let me also explain about mixed reality. You won't need to explain about each of the products. For example, if someone had received the Absolute products as a gift, but they didn't really know how they were supposed to use it, you won't have to worry about a thing. When the consumers take a picture with their phone of the Absolute box, the page on the smartphone will explain the main substance of the product and what kinds of effects one can expect from the product. These kinds of apps, which will incorporate this mixed reality technology, will be at your fingertips. The company still has a little bit more work to do on this. By this year, this should be possible, and about next year, all of you will be able to utilize this technology in your businesses. I will continue to update all of you every month as we make progress with these kinds of technology. Also, as you explain about our business to other people, you can show them the progress of this technology so that they will know how the world is going to change. So, other people will be able to think, Atomy is truly riding the wave of a great change right now. My future will be ensured if only I join Atomy. I want to explain to all of you It's just an amazing product. It's true that there are many great products in Atomy. However, this product is truly going to be a flagship product. I just have that feeling. It is Atomy's Synergy Ampoule and EP Skin Booster. Other ampoule products sold in the premium brands anyway, are actually really expensive. And many of the products, they cost over $1,000 per bottle. The cheapest brand cost like $680 per bottle. Now, because there are competitors, we have to try out their products too, right? It is our goal to compare our competitors' products and to develop better quality products. So we have to acquire these products from other brands. But it costs $680 and $1,200 for this little bottle. Though I'm quite rich as the president of Atomy, my hands were shaking when I had to buy these products. I think women will really do just anything if it means that they can be beautiful. So, for a long time, I've wanted to provide this excellent product at absolute price to our consumers. So, after working long hours with Colmar, we were able to develop this Synergy Ampoule product. It takes a full month to use the whole product. And some people have already mentioned that they just pour it on themselves because it will be sold for less than $100. Whatever the case, this product really has high content of active ingredients. So when you receive the product and try it out, you will notice that the product is very dense and concentrated. This product will not only maintain your skin, but it will help turn back the hands of time. You can truly be excited for this product. Even in such busy times, Atomy has continued to carry out its CSR activities by serving the rest of the world. In this past May, which was the month of the family, Atomy conducted a benevolent consumer project by donating 1% of the company's total sales to those in need. Many of you even participated in this event, and many members purchased more products in that month. And as a result, the total sales for May were $98 million. 1% of that amount is roughly $1 million, so the company promised to donate that amount. However, the company added a little bit more here and there, adding more to the $1 million. So the total amount of donation was actually at over $3 million. The company promised to donate 1%, but we actually ended up donating around 3% in total. The company is continuing its acts of charity. I can tell you that Atomy is continuing its services for the next generation and for those in need, even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. A lot of people are worried these days about unemployment due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Not just because of unemployment due to the COVID-19 itself, but the entire world is going to go through massive change. This is what experts are saying about the future. And that is why the only way we can survive is to adapt. If you don't adapt, then you will be left behind. A world will come where you cannot survive if you do not change. You can categorize the major revolutions as the first, second, third, and fourth industrial revolutions. The first industrial revolution, as many of you know, was revolution in agriculture, fishing, and forestry. The second industrial revolution involved industrialization, and the third industrial revolution was the knowledge-based information age. In the fourth industrial revolution, AI technology. AI technology is going to emerge, which is why this is what many experts are predicting, that about 70% of all human jobs are going to disappear. This means that with robots or computers embedded with this AI technology, humans will have their jobs replaced. And up until now, many people had jobs that they had pursued just to make a living. However, soon those jobs will be dominated by robots with AI technology. I'm talking about nearly 70% of all human jobs. So people are going to be faced with the serious problem of what it is that they're going to do to make a living. They say that we live in a 2080 society. A lot of people are talking about this. This is actually the Pareto law. This law states that the top 20% has 80% of the world's wealth, and that the remaining 80% have only 20% of the world's wealth. Rich people only get richer, and poor people only get poorer. So there are a lot of problems, and one of the biggest problems is the unequal distribution of wealth. The rich becoming richer, and the poor becoming poorer. Experts say that this is one of the biggest problems facing the world. However, this 80-20 rule of Pareto's law gradually changed to a 1-99 rule. It's been about 5 or 6 years now. So, do you remember Occupy Wall Street? The initiative behind that movement was that the top 1% controlled 99% of the wealth. The protesters claimed that most of the wealth was in Wall Street. So the 99% needed to rise up to take over the 1%. Such movements appeared once in the U.S. However, the situation is even worse today. The top 1% will soon become 0.001%. Such a world will emerge very soon. That's at least what experts are saying right now. So, what then is going to happen to the normal class of people? Most of the work, which is about 70 to 80% of the normal class, is going to be replaced by AI. Most people will no longer have jobs. This means that most people will have to find a way to live without jobs. Another huge problem is that these people are going to have no income. So, this 99% of people can be known as precariats. The Italian word precario means unstable. And most of you know this next word, proletariat. And when you combine these two words, you will get an unstable working class. So the word precariat refers to those who have no wealth. And that's the word that experts have come up with to refer to the 99.99% of people in the future. And this is indeed a serious problem. So it's very likely that many of us will fall under this 99.99%. Extremely likely. Then, what kind of people are going to fall under the 0.001%? The top 0.001% of people will be those who own platforms. This percentage amounts to about 1 in every 10,000 people. These people will own their own platforms, and the other people who fall under the 0.002% category will be those who utilize those platforms to make money. So, those who own a platform and those who will use this platform will only be 0.003%. These people will become the new noble class, and the remaining 99.997% of all people will have no wealth and be considered as precariats. A world with no hope will come. That's what the experts are predicting. So how are you going to respond to this crisis? Though experts have predicted this kind of world, none of them have offered any sort of solution. But fortunately, in Atomy, the company creates its own platform, and it utilizes that platform so that all the members can take ownership and create their own platforms. And when different personal platforms are connected with each other, this creates a hyper-connected society. Because Atomy has prepared for this over the past 10 years, Atomy's leaders have nothing to worry about anymore. The good news of Atomy must be shared with many people. And this hope must be delivered to the 99.997% of the people to be a messenger of hope. We must do all that we can to become a messenger of good news. And that is why all of you must take this up as a calling. This business, it's not just about solving your own financial problems or family issues. You have to deliver this message of good news to those who have no wealth at all, to those who are living in despair. You must say, you don't have to despair. All of Atomy's members must take up the calling, spreading the good news, the gospel of economic prosperity. Atomy has a history of having grown steadily over the past 10 years. Recently, the Fair Trade Committee published the data on direct selling. Atomy has now surpassed $1 billion in sales domestically. Including exports, it has $1.2 billion in sales. And when combining all the sales of overseas branches, this amounts to $1.5 billion in sales. There was data that was published revealing the top 10 products within the field of network marketing. Of the top 10 list, 4 of the products were Atomy's, and the number 1 product was, of course, Atomy's. Hemohim took the first place. This was also the absolute line. Data also revealed that Atomy's 4 products in the top 10 list amounted to 55% of the total sales, which was more than half of the whole list. So when you observe this data, you can see that Atomy has taken a very healthy trajectory. The things that we are talking about today are not just ideas and imaginations concerning the future. This shows that Atomy is stable even today. Atomy was recently launched in China, July 10th of this year, in fact. I once again realized the immense market of China with its massive population. It took 10 years for Korea to accumulate 4 million members. But in China, it happened after only 3 months of opening. The members have surpassed the 3.8 million mark. Global members, other than China's and Korea's, amount to 3.5 million. So the total number of Atomy's members amount to 11.3 million people. We have surpassed the 10 million mark. Today, Atomy still continues to grow, and it is planned to launch to other countries. This year, we launched in China. Atomy will be launched to all the countries, all across the world. That is why it's not late, even if you only start now. All the system is prepared for you right here in Atomy. You can become successful here in Atomy just by writing your life scenario here at the Success Academy. We've also heard about the 8 steps for success. And today, Imperial Master Dogu Lee talked about the 8 core. I believe that that is sufficient. There are sometimes people in this industry who like to study and analyze this business. They are not good at this business, but they just like to study it. So they talk about success. They talk about all these complicated methods. And I've actually tried all of that. I've tried it, and I've tried to teach it. And do you know what the problem with it is? If you say complicated things, then people are discouraged. Maybe those complicated methods will work for a small handful of people. However, if you let others follow those methods, they won't work. And that is why you must only teach lessons that are simple enough so that the other person can tell others as well. If you can teach it to someone else, but that person is not able to teach it to their acquaintances, then you really shouldn't be teaching it. Remember that the system built into Atomy covers everything that you'll ever need, and it's enough for you to succeed in this business. So, the system has been made to make things as simple as possible. If you make it all unnecessarily complicated, it's really only going to discourage people. Another thing, if it's not someone who has succeeded in this business, then there's really no use in listening to their lectures. I think you all need to remember this. Yeah. Our only hope is to have hope when there is no hope. Many people are in despair these days due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, all of us should not be discouraged, even when everyone else is in despair. We have this tool, which gives us hope. Atomy is a tool that helps us continue to move forward towards the light, even in the darkest part of the tunnel. And one day, when you escape from that dark tunnel and you see the light, you will be able to spread your wings and fly like a white swan. And I hope that everyone who is participating here today will be able to escape the darkness of that tunnel and spread your wings onto the bright blue sky. I hope all of you will be successful like a white swan. That is the end of my lecture. Thank you.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.